Hey there. Finally,
Finally.
we are back for episode 3. I'm finally sometime with Edgar and Janera.
Cut 3, right? Now?
Take 3.
Or take
yes,
3?
I literally just messed up again.
So we had done this podcast, on Thursday? Today's Sunday.
Yeah.
And then what happened, babes?
So Thursday, we were recording and finished everything. And then the next day, I was looking through the videos. I'm like, all right, I need to edit it. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, I have too much stuff. Let me start deleting things. This is an old video. This is an old video. I delete it. And then I empty the trash on my laptop. And yeah, the video was right there. I deleted it. Oh my gosh. And then right now.
Yeah, so we started recording. Luckily, Jenna interrupted us. Yeah. So we put pause. Yes. And then you realized you weren't even.
I realized I wasn't even recording the audio
on your end.
The table was on the floor. I'm like, oh my gosh. Thank you.
Imagine we did the whole podcast again.
It was 5 minutes in too. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. So finally, this is good. It's recording.
We're good.
Audio.
Hopefully it's recording on my end too.
Yeah. Is it?
It looks like it is.
You have a terabyte of memory, so you're good. Oh, okay. Mine's the one where I'm like, I gotta.
Oh, gotcha.
Check it left and right. But yeah, we had one question.
Oh yeah, so we had one question. You guys submit questions if you like. I'll put another one on Instagram, on our stories to see if you guys want to put any questions that you want.
Questions of anything. Yeah, anything. It's anonymous, so we're not gonna blur your name out or anything like that if you don't feel comfortable.
Right.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We'll answer it the best as we can with our our opinion as well. Maybe some tips, pointers, anything. That question they sent us was
why male models? I'm like, that's not even a question. Like, wait, what? Are you messing with us?
But I love the question. It's from Derek Zoolander, the movie. And the guy's asking like, well, why male models? And the guy explains why. And I guess he forgot his lines. Ben Stiller, he forgot his lines. So he says again, but why male models? And the guy's like, wait, are you serious? Like, I just told you everything.
See, I'm horrible with movies and stuff. So when I read that, I was like, Edgar, I'm like, are they like messing with us or what is this question? Like, oh, man. And he right away, oh, it's this movie. I'm like, of course you would know. Like, I'm horrible with like lines, movie names, actor names. Tell me a song. Oh, have you heard this song? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I'm horrible.
Very, very horrible. Even with you'd always mention the Terminator, and you always go, "I am the Terminator." That has nothing to do with the movie.
It's a line, okay? I am the Terminator. I know that was a line, and then you told me like that's not a line from the movie, and I literally looked it up on Google, and I'm like, yeah, I don't find it anywhere, but I don't know why it's stuck in my head. Like, anybody else heard like I am the Terminator? You know,
the Mandela effect.
Imagine.
Wow.
But yeah, I've heard the ones like I'll be back, or what was the other one that you were saying? Yeah, I remember those, but I remember that third one. But
it's just you don't remember it. He just made it up.
Just it's my brain has files that gets corrupt sometimes.
Yes. In the computer.
This guy always says that I'm a robot. That he said, go search in your files.
Because you pause and you're like, thinking.
Or let me refragment.
Open folder. There you go. Refragment. Oh my gosh. You have to like, oh yeah, that's so funny. Talking about
my mind.
Your mind.
Yeah, I'm like I forget everything easily, so I have to always put reminders on my phones, alarms. Like it could be a customer telling me like, hey, I'm going to come by like at 1:00. I have to put an alarm because like 15 minutes after that, I already forgot that you're going to come. So I have to put like reminders for everything. And that was like one of our issues.
Yeah.
As far as like daily tasks in the home, like, sometimes I fail to communicate, hey, babe, can you do this for, the house or whatever? I'll do my part. You do your part. And what really helped was my sister gave us a monthly calendar and a daily little calendar that you put on your fridge. It's magnetic with
really
the dry
thin
erase.
and just dry erase. Yeah.
Right. And it's been helping so much. I used to print regular papers like January to put like what we're going to eat each day. Because if I don't put what we're going to eat and I forget to thaw the meat or whatever the scenario is, it's like, well, how can I thaw this fast enough? Everyone's already hungry, you know? Yeah. So we're like, all right, I guess we're going to eat fast food today or something. So to avoid eating out and stuff, that calendar has been so handy, like planning it out. That way, when I do my groceries, I already know, okay, I need this ingredient, that meat, whatever, and I order it ahead of time and it's ready for the next week or two.
Yeah.
But so she got us that calendar and I still continue the whole like meals each day. But we started doing the daily one. So like if I need help, like everyone in the house like could look and see like, okay, you could do that, I could do this, yada yada yada.
Yeah, and it's not like little things, not like dishes, sweeping, things like that. Yeah. I mean, it's like some major things that are like, oh, this needs to be taken care of by today. Like it definitely helps because now we're like, all right, we're on the same page.
Exactly.
We're trying to figure it out.
So much better, less stressful. Like, yes. Because sometimes I feel like I do a lot of things and sometimes you don't do it or vice versa, whatever.
Yeah.
So this one, I feel like, okay, we're a team here. Yeah. We're getting things done. And yeah, it's working out good. So
yeah. And then the whole, the meal planning, well, it's not a meal prepping, but like you do write down everything. It saves the time of like, hey, so what do you want to eat today? It's like,
exactly.
Oh, well,
it's like,
I don't know. What do you want to eat?
You know,
like,
us.
Yes.
I don't know.
We start mentioning things and you're like, no, I want this. No,
but lately, Jason, her son, he loves the calendar because he already knows right away, oh, we're going to eat this today, you know, which is awesome. But sometimes there will be some items, well, some like meals, and he doesn't like it. So he'll literally, since it's dry erase now, he'll erase it. And he'll change it to whatever he wants. Like the other day, I forgot what we were going to make, like salmon with rice or something. And he erases it and puts taquitos. I'm like, of course, because that's your favorite. No.
And then it's in his writing, so you could tell.
Exactly. I'm like, who erased it? So that's the only downfall with the dry erase. Yeah. But yeah, so it's been helping a lot. So if you get yourself, like, if you feel like you're not getting stuff done, like, I totally recommend it for your house because it's helped us so much. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, just anything that's going on, put it on there. Sorry, our birds are going crazy right now.
They are. They're going too crazy.
It's birds, okay, guys? It's not like somebody's going crazy in the background. It's just our birds.
Nobody's getting murdered.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you guys could hear it, but they're screaming right now. Yeah. They want us to go. Well, Jenna was in the room, so that's why they got excited, or I don't know, but yeah. Anywho, so another thing I wanted to talk about was with my whole mind and stuff. Back in the day, I had really bad depression and anxiety. And I think because here and there, I'll still have my little moments. So a big thing that I've read somebody recommend, which has been really good, is journaling, but not just journaling, like asking yourself for specific questions. And so anytime I have a moment or I go through like I want to journal.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes I fall off the bandwagon on that. Like right now, I haven't been journaling at all, but I'm good. But yeah, there's like 4 questions I ask myself whenever I journal, whenever I do have my moments and I can't think clearly, or like whatever the scenario is, like I feel super stressed that day or that week or that month, whatever the case is. I start journaling. I usually use my laptop. It's so much easier too, like, you know, and stuff like writing. I feel like I can't write anymore. I don't know. Do you feel the same way? Like you can't write?
I mean, I can, but it's very rare. Maybe like once a week.
Right?
I'll write.
Like you don't write that much anymore. I don't know.
Very rare.
It's always me texting or like on my iPad my laptop. So anywho, I ask myself 4 questions, and number 1, or you can mix them around, but question number 1 is like, did you have anything negative that day? And it could be like an interaction you had with somebody, or just like a thought that came to your mind that you felt something towards something or someone, or something happened that you feel negative towards. And literally, you're literally just writing to yourself. Make sure you put it on private though, if you do your laptop or whatever, so no one could read, you know. But essentially, you're venting everything out. Like, you need to let that stuff out, you know. And it could be something like, oh, someone said this to me today, and I don't know why it just got to me, you know. And it's just a good way to like release it. Yeah. So that's question number 1. It's like, what negative? And if there was anything negative, I usually write, nothing bad happened today, you know. Like, I still put it on there, like still answering that question. But it just a reminder, wow, like nothing bad happened today. That's good. Like, yay, you know? Yeah. And then question number 2 is what you're grateful for. And I feel like that's something that we forget a lot to acknowledge, you know, like, what are we grateful for, you know? And it could be like the simple things, like the other day we were all playing together, like tag with the kids and stuff. And you could literally write on there, like, you're writing to yourself. So like, no one's judging you. No one's, you know, and you just put on there, like, I'm so grateful that I was able to spend time with my kids, with my husband. We all just had fun together. And it could be like, write everything that you're grateful for, you know? And then question number 3 is like, I usually like doing journaling in the morning. That way I could get this question better. But I usually put like, what are your goals for today? Like, it could be like, for instance, for me, I work from home. I own my own little wood business. So I'll literally put on there, okay, I need to get this specific sign done today, you know, like whatever your thing is. Like, I don't know, what would you...
My goals?
Yeah, what would be your daily goal or whatever that you know you need to get done?
I don't know. I wake up and I just go to work, come home, and like, well, let me spend time with my... let me spend time with my kids and my wife, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't...
Maybe because I'm always like I have to have something going for me. Like, I have to have like a purpose. Like, if I don't do anything one day, I feel like, I don't know, I'm weird like that maybe, or am I the only one, or like...
You are the type that like has to do something, because if you just sit there, like, let's just say you watch a movie and you're like, oh my gosh, I just wasted 2 hours. Like, no, I need to do this. I need to do that. Yeah.
I don't know why I can't like settle my brain to like calm down or something. I don't know. I feel like it's like missed opportunities for me. Yeah. Like, I could have done X, Y, Z or whatever, and I didn't do it because I was just lounging, or like, I don't know. Like,
I guess now my goals when I do wake up is like, okay, what's on the weekly planner? No, what's on the daily planner? I'll do that. Those are my goals. The ones that you write in. I mean, I write here and there, like, oh, we need the jugs for the water. Like, we need to refill them.
Well, essentially it's that. Like, it could be like simple little goals, not necessarily like life goals and stuff like that. But it could be like, today I need to get this sign done. I need to water my indoor plants today because it needs to get done. And I don't put too many, because if you put too many, you're just going to overwhelm yourself. You know, it's like, well, that's why you're stressed all the time, because you're always adding, you know, and I do that. I have like so many reminders for one day, and I'm like, why am I torturing myself? You know?
And then if you don't do them, you add them to the next day, and now it just adds more.
Yeah, exactly. It just gets longer and longer each day. Yeah. But yeah, so you just put like a few goals that are like priority, you know, just like 1, 2, maybe 3. I feel like that's already pushing it, but just at least one goal for today, and put it on there. This is my goal today. I'm going to do this today. And then my 4th question is, what is my goal for tomorrow? And it's just kind of like, it just sets up my mind. Like, again, going back to my wood thing for an example, like, I'm going to get my wood sign done today. And then tomorrow I'll be able to get it painted this time. You know, it could be like step 2 of my completed goal of today. Yeah. Whatever the scenario, whatever you're doing in your day or whatever, but just like an example of what you could do that will help bring that goal an extra step for the next day, or it could be just two separate events, you know.
Yeah.
But anywho, yeah, it really clears up my mind because I'm like, I got it done today. When I already wrote my journal, whatever, and the day is done, I'm like, okay, I really did accomplish my day, my goal for that day. And you don't understand like how it really does help your mind. Like, okay, like, I don't know. It just really does help with my stress. And I know it's helped others. I have given this advice to others, like to journal. And people have told me like, you know what, it is helping, you know. So definitely recommend journaling, asking your 4 questions, and then also write whatever else, you know, just journal away. It's like your diary, you know. Please don't read my diary. But yeah. So, I don't know. What are our goals today? I don't think we have any, huh? It's Sunday.
It's Sunday.
Chill day.
We just need to clean Stella's little box house that's still on the fridge. We need to do that. That's pretty much it, but that's something for Jason too, which helps him as well.
Jason had made a box house type of thing made out of cardboard. For the cat. But it's coming apart. So we told him like, okay, it's time to toss it.
But we know he wanted he likes it. So we're like, at least toss that one. We literally just got a new box of diapers. Yeah. So I was like, this is a brand new box. Like just use that one instead. Yeah. Make a new one, make it nice and neat. The other one was a little more.
Yeah. He likes creating essentially that's what he makes, shacks. Yeah. But he likes using the cardboard, and he'll make like houses out of them. Because my sister, his aunt, got him little screw things. It's pretty cool.
So it's a cardboard kit.
Yeah, it's a cardboard kit. It's like little screws, and it comes with a tool. And this is specifically for kids
and for cardboard.
And for cardboard. So he'll
make forts and
make forts and stuff using cardboard.
Cardboard. You could indent it so you could bend it or fold it in the right spot, like nice little crease.
Right.
And then it has a little screws, like little big screws. They're not sharp or anything. They're plastic. So it'll just slide in from one piece of the cardboard to the other in case you need to like interconnect them and all that. And
yeah, so he has fun doing that. Usually him and his cousin will make like a huge one and make windows and doors and like a little mailbox on there. It's so cute. I love it.
It could get messy though.
Yeah.
But just be aware. Sometimes they need their own little spot just for their little fort.
Yeah. So that was, but yeah, going back to like what you're grateful for, I think that's like a constant reminder that we need to tell ourselves like what you're grateful for, you know? So I think I implemented at night is every night I pray with Jason in his room, and I in our prayer I always tell him or tell God like, thank you so much, God, like that we were able to play tag today as a family. Yeah. Thank you that we were able to eat some really good food today. Thank you that Daddy went to work today and he came back home safe. And we start acknowledging stuff that happened that day. And, even if it's like bad stuff, like, thank you that, even though that happened, we still got to do this, and just being grateful.
Yeah. Being grateful for what we were able to do.
Yeah. And we say that part of our nightly prayers. And I've noticed too now, Jason always says like, wow, we had a great day today, Yeah,
when he prays. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is awesome to hear, And then another thing I was telling him, I heard somebody mention about routines with kids at night.
Yeah.
Remember? And I started tickling Jason at night. And now it's like a routine. Like he gets bundled up in his blankets and he tries like covering himself completely. Yeah. Because as soon as we're done praying, he knows it's tickle time. So it's like a nightly thing.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool because we get to bond that way, So he gets to have a lot of fun with that.
It's funny because he's used to it when I go and I pray for him. And he's like, oh, so you're not going to tickle me? I'm like, oh. Mommy always tickles you, huh? And he's like, yeah. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah. He just laughs like crazy. It's funny. But yeah, show love to your kids.
Yes.
However you do it, just do it, you know?
If you can, every night, definitely they'll appreciate it. They'll enjoy it.
Yes, he looks forward to going to sleep and doing our prayer and tickle time. And then I give him a bunch of white kisses so he knows. He's like, ah. But yeah, another thing about night is what did we start implementing too? Is the whole tape method of going to sleep. I don't know if you guys noticed. I have it stuck on my hand right now. I took it out this morning. I threw it on, and I needed to throw it away. But I just noticed it's showing on the camera. So I was like, just in case people are wondering, like, what's that tape on her hand so that she keeps carrying around? You want to explain what that is? Or
So we use tape, Exhibit A.
Yeah.
When we go to sleep, we actually cover our mouths. It doesn't completely cover our mouths. As you can tell, it's a little piece of tape. But it just keeps our mouth closed. So we're not breathing through our mouths. We just inhale, exhale through our nose while we're sleeping. And I mean, I'm not sure. I think you too, like I'm not sure if it's a placebo, but I feel like it did help that we literally have been doing it for a year. Mm-hmm. You just feel a little more rested. You feel like you actually did get to sleep a little better.
Yes.
It definitely keeps you from snoring. So if I'm snoring and she can't sleep, now it's solved. Well, I mean, for us, it solves it.
Yeah.
I know other people have other reasons why they snore, but that tape definitely helps.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it, I think on TikTok is where we saw it. And it was like TikTok. A doctor talking about it, saying like, if you're a mouth breather, like totally recommend this. And so basically it's medical tape. I mean, they have actual ones for that, right? For that specifically, but shoot, that gets pricey. I think it
covers a whole lip too.
Yeah, and it's like literally designed like all fancy, you know? But no, it's too pricey. I'm like, So they recommend it as like a substitute medical tape. Yeah. And just make sure you get the sensitive ones, because then it's going to rip it off and it freaking hurts.
Yeah.
So get the sensitive, it does not hurt. And then you can still talk. You can still open your mouth essentially, but it prevents your body from relaxing and opening your mouth when you're asleep.
Just breathing.
Yeah. And I'm a mouth breather. Like, horrible. Like the other
night, you woke up, right? Or
Yes. I literally had a dream that I was like in a school, college, some type of facility like that. And I was in the halls and I was looking for a water fountain. And I was searching. I'm like, oh my gosh, like where's all the water at? You know, I need water. And as I was saying that, I started like kind of choking, because I was like, oh my God, like I could barely swallow, you know, like I need water, like desperate need of water. And I guess I started choking, and then it woke me up.
Yeah.
I legit was breathing from my mouth wide open. I know, TMI. And I guess I was breathing through my mouth for maybe hours or I don't know how long, but it dried everything out to the point where I could not swallow.
You're like,
I'm like, like I couldn't swallow. I kept having to repeat that because I did not want to go downstairs to go get a glass of water. And I couldn't swallow for the life of me.
Yeah.
And then, what do you call it? Yeah. So I regretted that night because I was supposed to put my tape over my mouth, and I didn't that night because I was putting Jenna to sleep. And then I was like, oh, I'm getting so tired, but let me just rest my eyes and then I'll put it on. And I knocked out. Yeah. So yeah, it helps so much. And not only that, I realized that over the years, I've always had very dried lips, chapped lips. And everybody would always like get at me saying like, Janira, wear chapstick, or Janira this, Janira that, whatever. And I'm like, dude, like I'm wearing chapstick all the time. I'm literally even putting Vaseline, everything, and nothing worked. And ever since I started doing this, I woke up one morning and I remember telling you, I was like, oh my God.
Feel so soft.
They feel so soft. I've never felt my lips like this ever before. And then it just was like a light bulb in my head. I'm like, it's because I've been mouth breathing every night, and I'm drying all my mouth and my lips.
Yeah.
And that's what the problem is. And I do have a habit of still mouth breathing during the day. So I don't know how I'm going to fix that, but just being more aware.
Here and there, you're just like with your mouth open, kind of like breathing.
Yeah, I'm like, I gotta stop.
Focus.
Yeah, I have to focus.
And it's helped us, like, I don't know. I'm not sure if some people remember their dreams, but I feel like it does help you kind of dream again. I'm not sure if it's literally just, I don't know. Our bodies are just so busy trying to like breathe like that, or I don't know. But I feel like I do get better dreams, and I do tend to remember them.
Yeah. You're just more in a deep sleep, which is awesome.
Well, I go on a deep sleep. I could literally knock out probably like less than a minute.
Seconds. What are they, like 5, 4,
and then
3, 2, 1. I start hearing them snore whenever you're not using your tape thing. And I'm like, how does he go to sleep so fast? I'm like, it takes me forever for me to knock out. Like,
it's because you like that L-mythanine. I'm just kidding. I don't know what, but it was like a gene mutation that's why you have that sound or that music playing in your head.
Yes. Literally, I'll have songs playing in my head. Like, I'll wake up, like, the last 2 nights, not today, but the last 2 nights, I woke up at 5 o'clock because I had drank a lot of water both nights. I didn't learn my lesson the first day. I drank a lot of water the first nights, and I needed to use the restroom. Like, I woke up because I needed to use the restroom. And I was like, I have to go. So I go both nights, and I go back to bed, and I'm wide awake at that point. Like, and since I'm wide awake, I don't know why my brain starts playing songs and I'm not thinking of it. It just, I like randomly acknowledge, I'm like, oh wow, this song has been playing for a bit in my head. And I'm now like, oh, that's a good tune. You know, it's not like I don't know. It's like an automatic thing. I'm not sure if anybody experiences that. Like, you'll start hearing tunes
Maybe.
in your head. Yeah. And, yeah, I don't know. I think that's so weird.
It is.
So usually what I do to go back to sleep is I'll start reading the Bible because I have to do my daily devotionals either way. And that usually starts making me drowsy, and I'll go back to sleep. Or I'll just start, I'll start thinking away, what should I do today? Which I shouldn't be doing because there goes my brain. Yeah, but it was crazy because one time, we had this cat named Luca, and I think you guys probably remember the story who follow me on my personal story, and I don't think I put it on GH Home. I think it was only my personal.
Yeah.
But Luca, we had rescued him from a rescue. He was so skinny when we got him, right? He was like, I think they caught him when he was like 4 pounds. And he's a big male cat, okay? Like big. And they fluffed him up to like 7 pounds when they gave him to us. And then we got him up to 9, 10 pounds.
Yeah.
And it turns out we got him checked out that he was FIV positive. And if you guys don't know what FIV is, it's feline,
pretty much HIV, but for felines.
Yes, it's basically HIV, but for cats.
Which is not transferable to people.
Right, because that's the first thing I asked the vet. I'm like, hold up.
Yeah,
I get HIV. I know, it's just, I don't know. I guess you just get paranoid thinking, so it doesn't hurt to ask.
But they can pass it to another cat.
Yes.
If they get bitten or there's like they exchange bodily fluids, right?
So from what they were telling me and what I researched too, the vet said that the only way they get FIV is if they're out and about outside and they get in a fight with another cat. And if the cat is positive with FIV and they attack, like for instance, Luca, he could have gone bit from an FIV positive cat. Yeah. And if the teeth go, like it's a puncture and there's contact with the saliva, I guess, that's where it gets transferred over to, for instance, Luca. Or it could be that the cat is a female that gets pregnant that's already FIV positive and she gives birth to the cats. And then they could potentially get FIV that way too. So we don't know how Luca got it. I'm thinking he got beat up by another cat and probably got it that
he
way.
was a rescue. They had to trap him in like a cage.
Yeah, I still have the video on that. I'm like, my Luca. And so yeah, he was FIV positive. So it was a journey with him.
Definitely.
Yeah. So there was a point where his mouth was really smelly.
Very smelly.
Very, very smelly. Yeah. So I took him to the vet because originally the rescue had told me like, hey, he looks to have some dental issues or whatever, but we're going to take him to our vet and check him out. And so I followed up with the rescue like, hey, so what's up with the mouth, like his teeth and stuff? They're like, oh, no, he got checked out. He'll probably have some dental issues, but probably a couple years down the road, maybe 2-3 years, maybe get him checked again. But he's good. I'm like, okay. So I took him to my vet right away. And the vet's like, oh, no, he needs all his teeth gone.
Yeah.
He had, oh, gosh, it's been a while now. But he had like.
Well, the whole gums would inflame.
There was a word for it, though.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was.
But I believe it's technically.
It starts with an S. Oh, gosh, I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. But, yeah, he had stomatitis. Probably. It was something like that.
Yeah.
So basically, because he's FIV positive, I can't remember now, but basically his whole mouth is swollen and has sores and red, and basically he's in pain.
The gums are pretty much rejecting the teeth, right?
Yeah, kinda rejecting the teeth, basically, yeah. So he starts like drooling a lot. Yeah. It was really stinky, and they're like, the only solution to this is basically that we've seen is by removing all the teeth. Yeah. And that vet has their own cat that lives, is like a resident at that vet. Yeah. And that one also had stomatitis. Yeah. So they did the same thing. They had taken out all that cat's teeth, and he was thriving. Like, he got chunky. Fine, yeah, he was a cool cat. I remember if you remember when we took a tour of it.
And then they could still eat the
they
food and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, perfectly fine. So the vet told us, oh, it's going to be like $1,300, which was actually a good price for removing all his teeth, because I went to other vets. Oh, my gosh. Like, just for like removing, not even removing anything. I think it was just a teeth cleaning. I think, they removed 1 or 2.
I think it was a few. It wasn't all.
It was like 1 or 2. And just the teeth cleaning, they were already quoting me the same amount. Yeah. And I'm like, and this vet was going to do all of them and follow-ups and stuff. So I was like, oh, my gosh, that's a lot of money. And we just got the cat, Yeah. So I was like, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I mean, we had the money. It's just that.
What's our savings, right? We didn't.
Yeah, I didn't want to tap into our savings. Yeah. But not only that, I was like, I got to find a way where I could like take care of the bill. You know what I mean? I wasn't going to ask for donations or anything like that, but I just needed to, like, he needed it done, poor thing. Yeah. So when I woke up, my thoughts, I always talk to God, and I was asking him, like, God, like, how could I get Luca treated? How could I come up with this money? Like, how? Tell me. Please tell me, And I swear, whenever God talks to me, for me, it's like, I don't hear his voice. It's more like intelligent Janira voice talking to me. So weird. But legit, it just sounds like super, super, super smart Janira talking to me. Yeah. I don't know how else to explain it. But it was so crazy because the way he talks to me is kind of like, bam. Like, he doesn't like talk. He literally gives me a plan, like, and I'm listening to myself. It's weird. I'm listening to myself, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's an amazing idea. Why didn't I think of it? Yeah. I don't know how. Anyway, so I was talking to God. I was asking him, like, I need to get Luca treated. How can I go about getting the money? And that way, there's awareness too and stuff like that. And right away, God tells me, he's like, remember Edgar has all those soaps that he used to sell? Because he used to sell soaps as like a little side hustle to buy all his camera gear and all that. he got a lot of soaps, which was, I guess that's another story we could tell, but he had a whole bunch of soaps, like tons.
Leftover, actually.
Yeah, leftover, yeah. And it's just been sitting there as we had a bunch in stock and we just never moved it. Like, because you just were too busy with work. And
it didn't, and then it just,
we just stopped.
Yeah, we stopped selling it. I stopped promoting it.
So we were just using it for ourselves. Like, I never had to buy soap because we had basically a lifelong supply of soap. Okay.
It's a lot, yeah.
And so God just tells me, he's like, get the soap. And keep in mind, the soap is out of my mind because it's been a while that he hasn't sold anything or anything. So, like, he just tells me, like, get the soap, put it on Nextdoor app, put the vet bill on there, like literally giving me step by step, like what to do. Yeah. And he's like, put it on the Nextdoor, put on there, put a video of him, and also explain what you're doing, and then tell them that you're going to sell it and that you're going to deliver it to them as well. Like, they don't need to come to your house. You will deliver it. And I'm like, okay, like, I literally had to write it down on my phone because I was like, it just, all this information coming to me, I feel like it was so much more detailed and so clear. Yeah. So I wrote it all down or whatever. So that way when I go to sleep, I don't forget when I wake up. So yeah, so that was on Friday. And so I did exactly what he had told me to do. And I posted on Nextdoor, put his video showing, like, poor thing. I just put a video of him, and you could tell he's in pain and stuff. I put his vet bill, everything. And I told Nextdoor, like, hey, help me out. I'm going to be selling these soaps. You get one for this amount. If you get 3, I'll discount it at this. If you get 10 plus, I'll even discount it more. I will deliver it to you, and I'll deliver them all at these times or whatever. Oh, my gosh. Remember how big a response? And typically when people do that on Nextdoor, they don't get any responses, That's why I was like, I'm trusting you, God, because I don't think I'm going to get any feedback, but you said it. I'm going to do it. I know this is going to blow up. Yeah. Oh, my God. Friday, I was, like, amazed. Literally, it was 3 days. I raised $1,500. Yeah. And I was out driving everywhere those 3 days to the point where I lost 3 pounds. I don't know if you remember. I lost 3 pounds because I forgot to even eat. Like,
you were just busy.
I took, like, little pieces of bread that we had because I was like, oh my God, I got another order, or, and I was like, let me just throw. And then I forgot because I'm packaging, I'm cutting up the soap, I'm packaging it, and then making sure, like, I had my routes, taking care of the kids. Like, it was crazy. I met so many nice people. I was all over the place. Like, I went up the mountain. It was all, like, Inland Empire. Yeah. But it was, like, areas that I've never.
Glen Helen.
I went to Glen Helen. I went all the way to Victoria Gardens. I went to somebody's business in Victoria Gardens to drop it off there. I went everywhere. I don't know. I went up, like, a big old hill. I don't know how far I went, but insane the amount that I sold within those 3 days. And it was more than enough for his vet bill, and it covered it within 3 days. Those 3 days, we saved enough to, and all of it went towards his vet bill, every dollar.
Well, not all, because someone needed help, and remember we had some extra money there.
Oh,
someone needed help as well on Nextdoor.
Yeah, on Nextdoor too. I saw someone post their cat that seriously sick and everything too. And nobody, like I said, nobody really contributes on Nextdoor, or even when I posted it even on Instagram. Yeah. And nobody really contributes. Well, not like how they contributed on this one. And somebody posted out, and I just felt like, give her the rest of the money. Yeah. So literally, we had $200 extra from his. The
avocado.
Yeah.
Stickers.
So I reached out to her, and I'm like, here's our leftover from our fundraiser. Take it to your cat for your vet. Because it was a large bill too. And then she's like, because she was even selling stickers. Yeah. little vinyl stickers or whatever. She's like, oh, for every donation, you'll get like a little sticker. So she ended up giving me these ones. I'm not sure if you can see. It says avocado.
It's avocado.
Avocado. So cute. I love it. And she's like, since you give me 200, she's like, I'll give you 3. No, it was like 3 stickers. Yeah, it was awesome. I was like, oh my God, thank you. You didn't have to, but I love the sticker.
Yeah.
So I was happy I was able to help another cat owner. But yeah, like I said, talk to God, you know, sometimes you just, like he says, ask and you shall receive. And like I said, don't have doubt.
Yeah.
Believe it, run with it, and it will happen. If he says it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And I know when he was talking to me, he's like, do this, 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 this. And it legit happened, you know, exactly how I followed his step by step. Legit happened. I don't know. That gives me chills still thinking about that happened. Because there's I'll tell you guys other stories on other podcasts of stuff that God's told me. And he's just like, run, hurry, run.
Oh, your business, huh?
Yeah. He's like, run. And it's like, because some people like, God will talk to you and people kind of take it for a grain of salt. And it's like, or it could be just anything. Like people just have an idea in their mind. They're like, oh my God, that would be like an awesome idea. And they don't run with it.
Yeah.
And that's something that you need to literally tell yourself, I am going to run with it. It's an awesome idea. I'm running with it. And you got to take that initiative to actually run with it. Like that same day, do it, you know, do it.
There you go. Ben Stiller. Do it.
Do it. See? Okay. I got one. It's not, I am the Terminator. I know that's one.
Oh, man.
But yeah, words of encouragement. Always ask and you shall receive. Have no doubts.
Yeah.
And then journaling and have a daily task. Oh, yeah. Tape on your mouth if you want deep sleep.
Yes. Or better sleep, or let your wife sleep, you know, so you don't snore.
Yes, or at least for me, yes.
And then, I mean, like we said before, if you guys have any questions, just let us know.
Yeah.
Send them in. We'll answer them, or any topics you guys want to talk about. We'll see if we could do that.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Yeah. Any questions, or if you guys want more tips, even put on there, hey, we want more tips, or just anything, just put it on there. You know, message us and DM us the question, or I'll put it on our stories where you could fill in the box and tell us what questions. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
All right. See ya.
Bye-bye.